Lakshmi Vilas Bank and Ashwin Parekh, Managing Partner at Ashwin Parekh Advisory Services, into this discussion. Gentlemen, morning to both of you. Mr. Manikam, I want to start off with you. We heard from DCB Bank how they're going to go ahead with an expansion plan. Will Lakshmi Vilas Bank also look to expand, and if yes, to how many branches?
Yeah, we have an expansion plan, but not in a very great way. As of now, we have 411 branches. And in the current year, we propose to add another 51 branches for which we are holding an RBI approval. So in total, it will be about 460 branches this year.
Okay. No, Mr. Manikam, the argument that DCB was making was that, this was the implied argument, that small banks can take away some of their borrowers, and the payment banks can take away some of their current and savings account. The need for more branches was to get smaller borrowers in place, as well as secure liabilities. Won't you face a higher cost to income in the quarters to come as you go for the same borrowers?
It is true, we get into a higher cost to income when we open more branches. So for example, last year we opened 38 branches, and that pushes the cost to income ratio to some extent. But at the same time, wherever we open new branches, that adds to the CASA balance. And mostly we select the branches in the rural and semi-urban areas.
No,
where in spite of all
Mr.
the
Manikam,
digital banking,
there is
a need
in the next 4 quarters. Yeah. Do you expect your cost to income ratio to go up considerably compared to the last 4 quarters or the last 8 quarters, simply because you have to respond to 21 new entrants?
No, I don't think so. In fact, our cost to income ratio is on the decline. Only in the current quarter there is a marginal increase because of certain one-time expenditure. Otherwise, because of this increased number of branches, I don't find any increase in the cost to income ratio.
Okay. Mr. Ashwin Parekh also joins into this conversation. Mr. Parekh, what's your view? Because, the expansion plan that DCB Bank put in place was actually a wake-up call for many of the other smaller banks. And in Murli Natarajan's words, he did say that, we are overreacting now because we don't want to be in a situation where we have not reacted at all to the kind of increasing competition. Do you think it will be easy for some of these smaller banks to, to wade through this extensive competition that's going to hit them?
Well, no. In fact, quite clearly, I'm seeing the private sector banks, the old and some of the old ones where the management has changed recently into 3 different segments altogether. You have one segment which is a little above, quite clearly above the segment which is going to compete with the small finance banks. So, those include people like Federal, Ratnakar. They're quite above, in fact, in that space. And because they do not have too much of infrastructure loans, so therefore quality of their books is quite good. They're raising capital, they'll grow. That's a different segment altogether. The other segment where perhaps people like Lakshmi Vilas, Karur Vysya and the others fall in, there is going to be competition quite clearly. Now, some of them, have to really, first of all, clean up a lot of their own internal stuff. Including the quality of the books on one side. B is make sure of their strategy in terms of what exactly they are going to run after. They've been serving communities, and small finance banks are going to really compete with them in that space. Then there's going to be a real issue. Payments is a little different space altogether. Payments is going to take away a lot of CASA from these banks, and but not the lending part. So that's good and bad. Good because at least the lending part is not taken away, the small borrowers, but borrowing is going to be, that is getting the deposits is going to be really becoming increasingly difficult. 2-3 years later, I see some element of consolidation coming up in this particular segment. And the third segment, of course, is very small, old private sector banks. They are struggling. They are really struggling as I see them now.
Okay. Well, actually, Mr. Manikam, just to take Mr. Parekh's point forward, for a lot of the for a lot of your customers who would have an Airtel phone or an Idea phone, that is a very recognizable brand. Why would they not open a deposit account with them if they are giving them 4, 5 or even 6% return? And you must remember that some of them have very big PE backing as well, and big conglomerate backing, so they can burn cash at least for some time. As well in your area, in the south, Look at the number of small banks who have got license, small bank licensees. Janagraha has got, Equitas is there, Ujjivan is there in your space. Surely they have their own lending, SME clients. Why will they not eat into your clients?
I don't deny that. Say there will be a competition. That is absolutely true. But at the same time, see, there needs to be so many other services. It is not only a question of having a savings bank account and having a small borrower account, but there are so many other services which a full-fledged bank can offer as compared to the other, these payment banks or small banks. There's so many other services which are available with a commercial bank may not be available with them.
Okay.
So you don't expect your margins or your cost to income in the next 8 quarters to look very different, Manikam?
No, in fact, this quarter our net interest margin has gone up by 20 bips.
So this quarter?
We find that we are consolidating with...
this quarter is not what I'm saying. I mean a year down the line when there will be perhaps a couple of big payment banks and, 18 months down the line when there will be 8 small banks.
There will be a pressure on the margin, absolutely. There is no denying the fact. There will be a pressure on the margin, but the margin will not go down. Margin will be consolidated. So, for example, now it is at 2.81. Our NIM is at 2.81. It will remain consolidated at around the 2.9 level. I don't think it will go down.
Okay. All right. Mr. Parekh, any of the public sector banks will survive at all mid-cap?
No, some of the some of the public sector banks are really going to get it, difficult. You see, you can almost see, Lata, that there's a trend now emerging. The large size public banks are trying to align themselves with the payment banks, clearly. So, you can see that there is, already there are announcements coming up, and they will be able to do much better there.
Okay.
The issue will be with the smaller public sector banks. They won't know which way to go. As it is, we've seen that there is going to be a lot of embargo on their activities. Already one bank in the south has been, asked not to increase their lending. It's going to be a bit of a big challenge, I must say.
Sorry, sir. We have actually run out of time. Mr. Parekh, Manikam, thank you very much for joining us with your analysis of how things might pan out for the mid-cap banks. We have to call it a day.